Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long before 1975, using girls on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends, but Long Boys Bros 1975.
This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, released by Konami in 1989, and I'm running this on MAME. I had a gameplay of this probably about 5 years ago that I ended up taking it down in one of the various sort of, scaremongering, rumours flying around that Google was going to go mental on copyright. Since then I've realised that, I don't advertise, so it's not really a problem. Chances are Konami are just splat an advert on this. So I really wanted it back because it's one of my favourite arcade games of all time. Anyway, you know who the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are. Unless you're British or English, then they were obviously, when they first came out, referred to as the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. There is a ROM of that game, but I'm playing this one. And in that one it was simply named Hero because apparently the word ninja would make people go absolutely mental and mug grannies and kill people and shit like that. I mean, hey, nunchucks were edited out of Bruce Lee movies in this country for years because they didn't want to, have gangs carry them on the street because people get hurt. Never mind the fact that you could just walk into a store and buy a knife. Anyway, excuse me, it's the U's that did that to my throat. I'm waffling off topic. This game is absolutely fantastic. This was a golden period of games, particularly for Konami, because you had this and you had The Simpsons, and yeah, you could argue that they were just, limited and, well, lazy how they made them, because they just started scrolling, by the way, she's 27 and she's hanging out with teenagers. Okay, never put that together before, but yeah, like lazy in design and stuff like that, but it's an arcade machine. Anyway, so Four Turtles has the intro from the cartoon, by the way, which is really cool, and the music. Four Turtles, radioactive goo was spilt on them. It, wasn't carcinogenic or anything like that, didn't burn them, kill them, give them cancer. It turned them into, well, humanoid-esque turtles, who then were trained by a rat who was also humanoid-esque, and then basically they fight the Foot Clan and Shredder. I don't know why I'm going into this level of detail because you probably already know this, and they kill April O'Neil, I was going to say Oprah O'Neil, who is a reporter on the local, put some money in, TV station, and their friend, and yeah, so they go after her. So yeah, side-scrolling beat 'em up, brilliant graphics, kind of scaling effects. First saw this in an arcade in Minehead when I was a kid. And it was the 4-player one, because there was a 2-player and a 4-player one, and obviously being obsessed with the Turtles at the time, let's go with Raffi's my favourite Turtle, still is to this day, being obsessed with the Turtles at the time, I love that bit. Where's the other roof? Fucking way up there apparently. Yeah, being obsessed with the Turtles at the time, and obviously the massive, shortage of the figures and things like that, and loving the original movie when it came out, and having my mates send us a copy, including Pizza Hut vouchers from the States, because and I still have that, because it was out there on VHS before it was, out in the cinema over here. Really popular at school I was with that, I can tell you. Great movie that, way better than the Michael Bay movies. Shame about the sequel where they kind of dumbed it down and shit. Isn't Corey Feldman the voice actor of Donatello or Leonardo? Anyway, yeah, love this game, saw it in Minehead, me and my brothers used to obsess over it, really wanted it to come out, and then the first Turtles game came out, balls, see what I did there, on the NES, and it wasn't it a reskinned other game, something else, and then they put Turtle stuff on it, and it was massively popular. Apparently it balls really hard. I played the Spectrum version, which I've got a gameplay of on this video, and yeah, that was huge. Came out the Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore Amstrad, and all those good things, but that wasn't this one. And then, right, anyway, that's twat, jump, and then twat, jump and twat and forward, and I fly and kick. And if you keep beating them up, you do a throw and stuff. So anyway, don't worry about the building being on fire, it doesn't spread or stuff like that. Oh, yay! I forgot you could do that, take that shuriken out of the air. Anyway, yeah, so Turtles 2, the arcade game, came out on the NES, which I also have a gameplay of, which is actually a pretty good port, and has an extra level, I believe, to rectify the fact that everyone wanted that game first. And I hate these bastards. Oh my god, he's bored. So yeah, the Foot Clan are robots, aren't they? I forgot. But yeah, so that came out to kind of rectify it or whatever. I forgot the first level was that short, and look how big that fucking couch is. So Bebop or Rocksteady that comes in. Don't know. But yeah, so that, came out, and was it ported to the Game Boy as well? I don't know. Stop being such a victim. Oh, and yeah, I got a gameplay. I love it. I really love it. There's a Spectrum port, Amstrad port, Commodore port. Obviously quite limited. There's a DOS port, which is I think a US thing only, which I could never get to work. But yeah, I've got a gameplay of the Spectrum version, which, believe it or not, is a really good port. Right, it's limited with sound and colour, but it looks like the Turtles. And yeah, so, you know, good times. Obviously, it never got ported to like the 16-bit systems or home systems. Alright, granted, am I even hitting him? That's 1989, well, the Mega Drive was out, but the Super Nintendo wasn't, so that kind of makes sense. Or maybe it could have been a PC Engine port, I don't know. Yeah, I know it's not a 16-bit system itself, but you know what I mean. Oh, that means I got to back off because he's red and so he's angry. But I'd be angry too if I got turned into a fucking rhino. I'd just leave him outside and wait for him to be killed by poachers and his horn sold to a museum or something. Shell shock. Right, but yeah, so look at that little turtle at the top right corner saying push start, push start. Sorry, it's little touches like that, but yeah, it just looks like the cartoon. It's epic. I love it. What is it with people jumping out the window and look at his little spikes? Looks like he's giving me the fingers. Oh god, it's all coming back as a kid how much I loved it because it was just basically the cartoon. But I mean, kind of made a resurgence. They got unpopular for a bit, didn't they, the Turtles? And now they're, you know, back in there. I've got some of the original reprinted Eastman and Laird dark comics of it, which are, oh shit, really dark. Like the one where Splinter has to eat chess pieces or something to have visions to see what's happened to one of the Turtles who's just had his hand cut off for real and then throws up the chess pieces. Brilliant artwork, all black and white and stuff. I mean, I had the reprinted UK comic as a kid, and how did I do that flying kick? Oh, if I press jump and fire together, I do a rolling thing, and I thought, I don't think I even knew that back in the day, but yeah, the stupid UK reprinted, you know, American stories, but obviously it was called Hero Turtles, and I quite like that as a kid. I mean, it was weak and limited, and I just got it because I couldn't always go in town and buy the more adult, you know, ones from Forever People, which was the amazing comic store I went to as a kid to buy all these American comics. I'm waffling all over the shop, but these are some of my memories for Turtles. But never got any of the figures as a kid. I do remember being on holiday and going into a newsagent of all places, and they had like 5 figures. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't, because I had the money at the time. I don't want it. Then got back, just fuck, I should have bought one. So I ran all the way back. I mean, bearing in mind, what am I, 19? I don't know, 10, 11 or something. Probably 11. And they're all sold out. So imagine if I left it in the box, how much it'd be worth, because it would have Hero Turtles on it. But yeah, ran all the way back, and the only one they had left was April O'Neil, which was from that point on the only figure I ever saw, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because I guess no one wanted her. Apart from every turtle who had the horn for in the cartoon, I guess. But yeah, there are, what was so there were no, in fact, tangent, there were no arcade games on 16-bit, apart from, was it Turtles in Time? Is that a port of an arcade machine? There is an arcade machine called Turtles in Time, and then there's a Mega Drive one, which is that original one, which is the Hyperstone Heist, or the Manhattan Project, depending on which region you're from, which I got gameplays of both of those. I had Turtles in Time on my Super Famicom back in the day, because, yeah, I had a Super Famicom, but because I had the adapter and you could put an extra cartridge in it to circumvent any sort of lockout chip. Oh, is she a good guy or a bad guy? I don't know. She's rad because she's boarding and it's the 80s, dude. Sorry. Yeah, so I remember going all the way downtown to a store that had import games, and I think I got the US version, or did I buy an optimized PAL version? Because I think that's one of the few cartridges that was actually optimized for PAL, so it ran properly and wasn't super bordered because people like those stitched up. Like they were at all. Well, I wasn't, because I had a Super Famicom, because even back then I was all about the 60 Hz and shit like that. But yeah, so I mean, that's it. I've got the 360 game, I've got the Wii game, I've got the, you know, the 3DS game and stuff like that. Was it DS game? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Turtles still a big deal to me. Hey, what's the movie I got? The animated one where they from all the various Turtle cartoons apart from the CG one, which is ace, by the way. And the CG movie's pretty ace as well. That's Vandalism, blokes in the background. Right. They should make the red ones just because they're in red really easy to kill. Sorry. That car's fucking huge. Bollocks. Yeah, so all the Turtles from various, you know, cartoons, like the 90s cartoon, the Nickelodeon animated one before the CG one, that all kind of end up in the same universe. That was kind of cool, because they actually broke the fourth wall depending on which variant of the Turtles it was. But yeah, it's it is what it is. The Turtles, you know, kids show or whatever, mainly because when I was a kid, well, it's those two guys on the first two levels. It's been ages since I played this. It's just such a big part of my childhood, and I've still got a soft spot for them, and they're still epic sourced. And where do you get that fucking going? So anyway, what are your memories of the Turtles? You know, what are your memories of the arcade games or the various games? Oh, doesn't he fall down the fucking hole? Oh, because I'm not. I'd love to know. I mean, did you have like, because, honestly, yeah, like, the Spectrum version, Commodore version, or were you on the NES, memories of the Mega Drive or the Super Nintendo? Because I could talk shit. No, I couldn't talk shit. I do talk shit quite a lot, particularly in the pub when I've had a few, but I could talk about the Turtles. Why does it hurt me when now I have to go down there all day long? So anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja and or Hero Turtles, running on MAME. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.